Discovering wild cats. In a small village near a dense forest, there lived a young boy named Adel. Adel loved animals, but knew very little about them. One day he sat with his grandfather, a former herdsman who had many stories about the wilderness. Adel asked his grandfather, "Grandpa, do you know anything about wild cats?" "I've heard they're different from the cats we keep at home." His grandfather smiled and pointed toward the distant mountain. "Ah, my boy, wild cats are fascinating creatures. They're very different from the cats you know. Let me tell you an old story about them." The grandfather began his story. A long time ago, wild cats roamed everywhere, from plains to mountains. They were known for their agility and intelligence. Humans rarely saw them because they were excellent at hiding, but those who did see them were amazed by their beauty and strength. Wild cats aren't like the house cats you're familiar with. They're natural hunters, living solitary lives and relying entirely on themselves. They have fur that helps them blend into their surroundings and sharp eyes that can see in the dark as clearly as we see in daylight. Adele decided to discover the world of wild cats for himself. Early the next morning, he packed a small bag with water and food and headed into the forest. As he walked quietly, he noticed small paw prints in the mud. He remembered his grandfather's words about wild cats leaving small circular tracks. Adele cautiously followed the tracks until he reached a dense bush. There, he saw a small wild cat drinking from a tiny pond. The cat was stunning with its sandy-colored fur and bright, gleaming eyes. Adele froze in place, making no noise, captivated by its beauty. Adele sat at a safe distance, observing the cat. He noticed how it moved gracefully and how its ears twitched to catch the faintest sounds. He realized that the cat was not only beautiful, but also incredibly smart and alert. He remembered his grandfather's words. Wild cats are an important part of nature. They help maintain balance in the ecosystem by hunting rodents and small animals that might disrupt the environment. Adele returned home with a heart full of wonder. He told his grandfather about what he had seen and said, "Wild cats are truly amazing, Grandpa. Today I learned that their beauty isn't just in how they look, but in how they live and adapt to nature." His grandfather smiled and said, "Now you understand what makes wild cats special. I hope you'll always respect them and protect the nature they depend on." The end. From that day on, Adele encouraged the villagers to protect the forest and its wildlife. He always reminded them of the beauty of wild cats and their vital role in preserving the balance of nature.